Welcome to Econ 2010 News at 11:30 Tuesdays and Thursdays. Our news story today focuses on the struggles of the Utah Valley University population, specifically parking. Because UVU is a commuter school, most students do not live near campus and must commute to school every day. With 35,000 students and a large faculty, all demanding parking, this has become one of the university's biggest challenges. In fact, there are only 7,200 parking stalls, making the ratio of faculty and students to parking stalls 6-1. Now we will go to Willie and Amanda on the supply and demand of UVU parking.
Thank you, Studio. Here at UVU, there are 1,263 employee stalls and 4,454 student stalls. This means that there is a perfectly inelastic supply of parking stalls at UVU. In the short term, UVU cannot control the quantity of parking, only the price that it charges for it.
I couldn't agree more, Tiffany. Demand, on the other hand, is fairly elastic. Some students find alternative ways to avoid the parking situation. They may choose to park on a neighborhood road, use public transportation, or get rides. In fact, of the 35,000 students here at UVU, only 15,434 purchased parking permits last year. This has resulted in just over $582,000 in total revenue for the fall 2013 semester.
Thanks, guys. Fascinating stuff. The business of parking here at UVU is a homogeneous oligopoly. A homogeneous oligopoly is a market with only a few large producers that dominate the entire industry and produce nearly identical products. It's extremely difficult for other producers to enter into the market. Here at UVU, the parking is dominated by the university and by Institute. They both produce similar products, parking stalls, and it's extremely difficult for other producers to enter into the market. UVU's parking oligopoly is unique in that the one of the producers, the Institute, is not seeking a large profit. In fact, they only charge $5 for a pass, but require Institute attendance. Perhaps in the future, the Institute parking will merge into the university parking to create a monopoly. This university monopoly may lead to increased permit pricing because the university has no competition for parking. This would be undesirable for the students, and even students that do not use the Institute parking should support its existence to keep prices low. We now go to the UVU parking garage.
Recently, UVU completed its first parking garage. This garage was built to compensate for the parking loss due to the Student Life and Wellness Center and the new classroom building. Because the university built this structure on a loan, University Parking determined that they would charge to park here to repay their debt. Visitors pay by the hour, and students can buy a 3-semester parking permit. This student pass costs $750. Not surprisingly, this permit is too expensive for most students. Because the demand for parking at UVU is somewhat elastic, students find alternatives to parking in the garage. In fact, only 8 students purchased this $750 pass, resulting in $5,250 in total revenue. While UVU Parking Services believes that the expensive permits are the most effective way to increase total revenue to repay loans, Channel 1 News disagrees. Because the demand is relatively elastic, more students will buy permits as prices lowered. These permits will result in greater total revenue for UVU loan repayment. We predict that if the price was lowered to $400 per year, approximately 75 students would purchase the permit. This would increase total revenue to $30,000 a year. This is an increase of nearly 600%. The Channel 1 News team calls on the UVU Parking Administration to decrease the price of parking permits. When our team requested an interview for the Parking Administration, the staff responded by saying, no.
Thanks, Darby. This concludes today's news report on UVU parking. From all of us here at Channel 1 News, thanks for watching, and have a good night, America.
It's a recording. You're laughing at something. You guys, just, okay. Is it funny?